Hey, Elliot, I need you to pay for the food delivery coming. I've ordered a pizza. I know you haven't got a job, but it's only fair that you help out around the house either way. You'll just have to use whatever savings you've got.
And why should I pay for your own pizza? You're the one who ordered it, and I'm not even getting to eat any.
Ugh, fine. You can have one slice, okay? Now, the delivery guy is going to be expecting around $40 plus tip, so you'll need that much in cash. Can you even afford that? What with being a job Lotus freeloader and all.
Actually, yeah, I can't afford it, but after the way you just spoke to me, don't expect me to pay for it. It's your food, so pay for it yourself.
What? It's the least you could do considering your brother and I let you live with us for free.
What?
Yeah, you think I don't know that Kendrick pays all of the bills? I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense considering he's the oldest brother and you don't have a job.
Okay, there's clearly a lot of things that need to be sorted out here. You're under a lot of misconceptions about what's actually going on.
No, I'm not. Look, there's no way that I'm going to believe any of the lies you tell me just to make yourself look good. I know that you'll just try to tell me that you're the one who pays the bills or whatever, but it's just not true. Just like when you say you have a job when you really don't. It's really pathetic and you really need to stop lying and start helping out around here. You can start by paying for this pizza, and after that, you can look for a job.
Okay, first of all, you're paying for your own pizza. And secondly, I already have a job. I've told you this a million times.
Sitting at home on your laptop isn't a job. You need a real job, like the one your brother has. He's out every day working just to earn enough money to afford this house. You need to start helping him out and paying your fair share.
And what do you pay? How do you help out around the house?
Well, I don't need to pay for anything because Kendrick said so. He said that because I'm his girlfriend that he would deal with our half of things. But that's just it. Our half. You need to pay half as well. We can't afford to house you for free, you know?
Okay, Liz, listen here, and listen closely. I have a job.
If you have a job, then what do you do?
I'm an animator. In case you don't know what that is, people come to me and ask me to draw and animate their ideas, okay?
Oh, please. Those little doodles that you do aren't real work. You can't make money from those things. You really need to stop daydreaming that this is actually a viable career and go and get a real job, one that pays well. And whilst you're at it, you can pay all of the rent and bills for the next couple of months, seeing as technically you should have been paying for half of them, and you haven't been. You need to cover what you owe us.
I don't owe you anything.
Yeah, you do. Just like you now owe me $50 as I just had to pay the pizza guy. So if I were you, I'd hurry up and get a job. You're racking up quite a bit of debt.
You really need to adjust your attitude. I honestly don't know what Kendrick sees in you.
Whatever. You really need to adjust your life. It's a mess.
Liz, what have you done? Why have I got random people calling me telling me they'd be happy to interview me for a job?
You're welcome?
What?
Yeah, I was in town the other day and I decided to hand out a couple of CVs for you to some places that had signs in their windows. I mean, if you're not going to look for a job yourself, then I'll have to do it for you. Again, you're welcome.
Where'd you even get my CV? They're on my laptop, which I take everywhere with me, and it's password protected.
Yeah, I know. I tried to get into your laptop, but I couldn't guess the password, so I just made a bunch of fake ones. I made it look like you had some good experience, so that's why you're getting calls.
You actually took my laptop and tried to get into it? That's messed up on so many levels. That's my personal, private property. You have absolutely no right to go into my room, let alone touch my stuff. I use my laptop for everything, including work. If you'd broken it or damaged it in any way, I could have lost everything. My clients would be mad and I'd end up with a ruined reputation.
Stop being so ridiculous. I bet that's not even your laptop, is it? I bet it's your brother's and he's just lent it to you because there's no way you could afford something as expensive as that. And if you could, why aren't you paying rent, huh? So actually, yeah, I have every right to go on that laptop because it isn't even yours.
I bought this laptop with my own money. You know what? From now on, stay out of my room and keep well away from me. I want absolutely nothing to do with you. Got it?
Fine by me. Just wait until your brother hears about this.
I'll be sure to tell him exactly what you did.
Ugh, I can't wait to get rid of you. Just leave this house already. It's not yours, so you need to go somewhere else. I don't care where you go. But Kendrick and I are thinking about starting a family, and I don't want my husband's lazy little brother hanging around and setting a bad example for my child. I don't want them to grow up thinking that it's okay to be a loser.
Well, that might be difficult considering they'd have you as a mother.
What? Why you... Whatever. Just move out, got it? Kendrick and I are sick and tired of you lazing around and not working or helping. You've got people interested in hiring you, so go get a job and a place of your own.
Liz, you really don't get it, do you?
Get what?
I have a job already. I'm not lying. I'm not making it up. And it's much more than you've got at the minute, which is nothing. I mean, you're the one with no job. My brother has to pay for everything between the two of you. Whatever you demand, he has to give you the money for. It's pathetic. Not to mention the fact that he's working himself ragged just to please you and get enough money to afford your ridiculous demands. Why don't you get a job yourself if you're so worried about the money?
Because I'm a woman. I shouldn't have to go and work. That's Kendrick's job. I should be able to stay at home and look after the house.
But you don't even do that! You never cook or clean or do anything to help with the household stuff? I do it all!
Yes, well, you should have to do something instead of just freeloading.
You mean like you?
I'm not a freeloader. You know what? Just you wait. I'll get you back for your horrible attitude towards me.
Hey, Ken, you got a minute to talk? Hey, bro, yeah, I can talk. What's up? Well, it's about Liz. Oh, yeah, she told me that you two had a bit of an argument this afternoon. She did? Yeah, she told me that you had a massive go at her about the house and stuff, calling her a freeloader and gold digger and stuff, and saying that she needs to get a job. Why would you do that? I mean, I know she's not the easiest person to get along with, but she's my wife. I'd hope that you two be able to get along for my sake. Well, I might have said that she was a freeloader, but I definitely did not say that she was a gold digger. But you did say she was only with me for my money. Not in so many words. I'm sorry, bro. I just got so annoyed at her. She was claiming that I didn't have a real job and that I was taking advantage of you and staying at the house while not contributing in any way. But we both know that isn't true. Oh well, I guess she was a bit out of line as well. Look, I'll talk to her and then we can put all this behind us, okay? Alright, I'll trust you to talk to her then. I don't want to have to do anything drastic, but I also can't have her interfering with my work again. No, don't do anything drastic. Just let me talk to her. I won't be able to say anything in person for a couple of days as I've been sent on a business trip, but when I get back, I'll make sure to have a proper talk with her and straighten everything out. Okay, thanks, bro. No problem. And I'm sorry she tried to get on your laptop and mess with your stuff. I'll make sure to let her know that isn't okay. Thanks. That really annoyed me. If she had messed anything up, then I could have lost everything. I know. Don't worry, it won't be happening again. What have you done, Liz? Where's all my stuff?
Oh, so you noticed, huh? I told you that I'd be getting you back for ratting me out to your brother and for being horrible to me.
What did you do?
It's simple, really. I got rid of all your stuff. The bin man came and collected it all this morning whilst you were out.
Why the hell would you do that?
I decided that I've given you enough chances to move out on your own, and you just ignored them all. So I got rid of all your things. I think it sends quite a clear message to finally get out of the house. There's nothing left for you here after all. Maybe this will finally make you get off your lazy backside and find a job for yourself.
I can't believe that you've done that. I had special things in my room, gifts from my parents and old friends, and you've just gone and thrown them all away? I'll never see those things again.
Boo-hoo. Maybe it'll teach you for being such a lazy freeloader.
Right. That's it. I didn't want to do this, but you forced me.
Oh, I'm so scared. What are you going to do? Cry?
No, but you will.
Huh? Hey, Elliot, why are all of my things on the sidewalk? Are you trying to get back at me for what I did? Grow up, will you?
No, I'm not that callous. Your stuff's on the sidewalk because I've evicted you from my house.
What?
Oh, didn't you know? I own this house.
No, you don't. Kendrick does.
Nope. I own this house and I bought it with the money I made from my job as an animator.
But that's not a real job.
You know the new children's film? The one that's popular in cinemas?
Yeah, my niece has seen it loads of times.
Yeah, I was the head animator on it.
What?
Yeah, you can just check the credits if you don't believe me.
But that would mean you actually earn quite a lot of money.
Yeah, I do. In fact, I earn so much money from my job that I was gonna give you and Kendrick the house as a late wedding present. I just been renovating a flat in the city for myself, which is why I've been staying in the house with you. I've been paying the mortgage and all the bills so that Kendrick could save up for any potential children you two had. Now, I wanted to support him as best I could, and I didn't mind paying the mortgage and stuff whilst I was living with you. Of course, Kendrick would have taken over since I moved out, but by that point, he would have had quite a sizable chunk of money saved for the baby. But seeing how you've treated me, I seriously can't think of a reason why I should just give you a house. So I kicked you out instead.
But you can't do that.
As the owner, yeah, I can.
Kendrick won't let you.
Kendrick already agreed with me that after how you acted, this was for the best. He was disgusted after he found out what you'd done. I think he was even looking into divorce lawyers.
Divorce lawyers? But why?
Well, if you can act like such a spoiled brat to your brother-in-law, then I'd hate to imagine how you treat my brother if he ever did something to annoy you.
That's not...
I tried to tell you that I had a job and that you shouldn't act rashly, but you simply didn't listen to me. I guess spoiled brats deserve to be shown the consequences of their actions.
No, wait, please. I'm sorry. This was just a huge misunderstanding. Let's just forget all about it and go back to normal, okay?
No thanks. With you gone, I'm actually able to relax and stuff whilst not worrying whether you're gonna storm in and cause a huge fuss. It's nice not having to live with a 20-something-year-old toddler.
But what am I supposed to do?
I suggest you start with getting a job. You might need one now. He couldn't believe how spiteful and petty his wife could actually be, and he didn't want to live with someone like that. I don't blame him. I still gave the house to Kendrick, as it was always supposed to go to him, and I moved into my flat in the city. With the money that Kendrick had saved up from not having to pay rent, he decided to spoil himself for a change and do a bit of traveling. Last I heard, he was enjoying a lovely time in Spain, and had even met someone who he had taken quite a liking to. As for Liz, well, she had to get a job at the local supermarket, and she lives in a rundown apartment. Maybe now she'll finally learn some humility and empathy for those around her, though I wouldn't be holding my breath.
Matt? You've been in there a long time. Are you okay? It's time to board.
Oh, sorry, Jan. I'll be out in a minute.
Hurry up! Matt? Since we arrived at Mexico Airport, you ran to the toilet again. Are you ill or something?
No. It was the ice cream I ate on the plane. It upset my stomach. I'll only be another 10 minutes or so. Just wait a minute, please.
Okay, I'll be here. Matt? Are you sure you're okay? You rushed to the toilet again when we were about to leave the hotel. And last night you seemed uneasy. Are you sure you're not sick?
To be honest, I'm a bit off. Yesterday was the first time I'd been on a plane for ages, and not to mention that we're abroad. I guess I'm a little more nervous than I thought I'd be. You studied abroad and can speak Spanish, so it must be easy for you. I was born and raised in Kansas, and I've never been abroad, so please don't expect me to be as chill as you are.
I don't expect you to be at my level or anything. You're the one that said that going abroad was fine because I can translate for you. Anyway, that doesn't matter now. How long will you be this time?
About 1 hour. Please wait for me.
What? 1 hour?
I need to call home and let them know that I arrived.
I already told them for you.
Yeah, I know. But I remember that they asked me to get in touch, too.
Really?
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking earlier. Anyway. My mom loves to talk for ages on the phone, so I think it'll be about 1 hour before she lets me go.
Rachel really doesn't let anyone go once you start a call with her. She just goes on and on.
I think after I call her once, she won't bother us for the rest of our honeymoon. So, do you mind if I call her?
I guess. I'll be in the hotel cafe. Let me know when you finish the call.
Okay. Sorry about this.
What the heck, Matt? It's been 2 hours already! I know that Rachel likes to talk for a long time, but 1 hour was more than enough. We have to go to the next place. You do realize that our day of sightseeing will be ruined if we don't leave soon?
I'm so sorry. I forgot to call you.
What happened?
Mom was rushed to hospital.
What?
Please go on with the rest of the honeymoon without me. Have a good time.
Wait! You have to explain a bit more than that. You called Rachel earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. When we were talking, she seemed to come down with something. There was a loud noise for a while from her end, and I waited to find out what it was. That's when I heard the ambulance sirens.
Ambulance?
Dad got on the phone when he realized I was still on the other end. He explained the situation to me.
I hope she's alright. If that's happened, then I think I should go back with you.
You don't have to.
Why wouldn't I?
It's a huge waste of money if we both miss out on the honeymoon. You should go on with all the activities just as planned.
The money doesn't matter though, does it?
I'm sorry. I've messed up. I'm already boarding the airplane for home, but I only paid for my flight.
What?
I only did it because I got a good deal on the ticket. So please, have a good time on the rest of the holiday.
Wait! I can't just have a honeymoon without my husband. That's not how it works.
You'll be fine by yourself. You went to study abroad alone.
That's not the problem.
Well, I'm off.
I can totally understand being worried about Rachel, but leaving your wife by herself in a different country and flying home is a different story. What do you think you're doing? And it's not like I'm not worried about Rachel either.
I'm sorry, but I don't have time to listen to your complaints at the moment. I'm going to switch my phone off now.
Wait! Matt!
Jen! Where are you now?
What? Rachel?
I'm at Mexico City Airport at the moment.
Really? How?
This airport is really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but...
I decided I'd also pop over.
I don't understand.
I'm sorry I didn't let you know. I thought you wouldn't mind if I joined your honeymoon, so I followed you here.
I don't... But... I don't know what to...
What's wrong? Are you okay? You're more surprised than I expected you to be.
Well... You were calling Matt for a couple of hours earlier, weren't you?
What? No! Recently, I've been trying to avoid bothering people so much with long phone calls. You're the one that told me some people might get annoyed by such long calls in the era of text messages. I'm being careful because of that.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Sorry. That said, though, well... Matt told me that you were taken to the hospital in an ambulance when he was on the phone with you.
Huh? What are you talking about? Is this one of those memes that you kids like these days? Until just now, I was on the airplane. I only just arrived here in Mexico.
Is that so?
I don't mean to be rude, but won't you come and meet me at the airport? Actually, don't worry. I should be able to find the hotel by myself. I won't get in the way of your evenings. They're precious on a honeymoon. Don't worry.
I'm sorry, but I have a list of things the size of a mountain that I need to sort out.
Really?
Matt went back to Kansas by himself.
What? Why?
That's what I was talking about earlier. He told me that you had an accident when he was on the phone with you, and you were rushed off in an ambulance.
What was he on about? All I told him to do was message me when you arrived in Mexico.
Really?
What is he doing?
Anyway, I'll come and pick you up now. Please lend me an ear. I'm so confused.
Of course. We've clearly got some things to clear up. Jen, how's it over there?
Oh, hey, Matt.
The single girl honeymoon must be fun, right?
Yeah. Even if you did leave me alone.
Why do you have to talk to me like that? Is something still up? I couldn't help going home. My mom was rushed to hospital.
And how is Rachel now?
Oh yeah, well, it wasn't a big deal. It seems like she collapsed due to her anemia. She's been as active as ever since she got home.
Is that right?
Yeah. It seems like everything was exaggerated a bit. I gave her a right earful about having to leave the honeymoon early. She's by my side now, mulling over what happened.
I don't know how that's possible. Rachel is here with me.
What?
She's not a twin, is she? So how can she be here and there? It seems a bit fishy, doesn't it?
Whoa, wait. What do you mean she's with you? That's totally impossible.
Well, yeah. I guess it wouldn't be normally. She wanted to come with us on our honeymoon, so bought a ticket and is here now.
I don't understand.
Of course, she knew it's not normal for a parent to go on their kid's honeymoon, but she really wanted to come. She teared up when she was explaining it to me. She said sorry for coming so many times. But to be honest, I love Rachel, so I don't care. She's as adorable as ever.
No, she's not being adorable. You two were fighting before, weren't you?
No, I love her.
What? But she's always complaining to you.
They aren't complaints. She was giving me advice.
Advice?
Did you know she grew up really well off? You must. She is your mom, after all. And I'm not from the same background, but Rachel is helping me understand her world because sometimes I make blunders with etiquette. There are things that surprise me. So I told her that I wanted her to teach me about the world, from one woman to another.
What?
Rachel agreed to help me. If I mess up, she listens to me and tells me how to do it properly.
Are you telling me that you and my mom are good friends?
Yeah, of course. We get on really well. So, I think that this lie about her being rushed off in an ambulance has gone on long enough, don't you think?
Well,
Why don't we start talking about the truth of what really happened?
the truth?
Where are you?
Uh,
I asked Steve if you were at home, just to check, and he said there's been no sign of you. So, where on earth are you? And what are you doing?
well,
Don't be shy. I've already done a bit of research.
Really?
You really did go back to Kansas, didn't you? The person you're with now is that new woman in your office. Katie Mackenzie, 23 years old.
What?
Katie kept on telling you that going abroad was scary and that staying in America would be better. She made you decide which of us is more important to you, didn't she? You ended up coming on the holiday because you didn't know what to do. You thought that Rachel and I don't get on, so you lied about her having an accident so you could go home alone as you'd planned. You met Katie at the airport when you got back to carry on your affair. Now you're living it up on a secret getaway to Miami with her. So all of those times you complained about needing the toilet when we were together, you were really just staying in contact with Katie.
That's a lie. Why do you think that?
Don't tell me you've forgotten. There are detectives in my family. And I worked as an investigator before we got married.
Oh my god.
But there was the problem of me being in Mexico. I asked my dad if he could help out, and he got one of his investigator friends to do a bit of research for me. They looked into what you'd been up to and where, and managed to find you'd been meeting Katie for you-know-what all this time.
I don't believe it.
They're pros! But to be honest, it wasn't that hard considering Katie posts a lot of pictures on social media. She doesn't seem so bothered about being part of the affair.
Damn it.
And with that, I'm back!
What do you mean?
I came home a day early. The locksmith that Steve uses said he'd be able to come round first thing in the morning. Once he's changed the locks, you won't be able to get back in the house.
You're kidding, right?
Matt!
Mom?
You little. Just as you managed to find and marry such a wonderful girl as Jen, you choose to go off and... Do you have no shame?
Well, Mom. Don't worry. Katie is also a great woman.
How dare you! Jen is the best!
Well, I think you'll like Katie as well.
I don't want to hear anything about you not wanting to be with Jen.
Mom?
I've made up my mind about this quite firmly. You remember your inheritance? The $3 million your father and I have managed to save. Well, when we pass, it's going to Jen.
What?
I went to an inheritance lawyer and I'm getting my will changed.
Mom, how could you do this? You said that you'd give us that money to build the house of our dreams.
I'm disowning you. From now on, you aren't welcome in my house.
You can't be serious.
And with that, Matt was disowned by Steve and Rachel. Rumors about Katie and Matt's relationship were getting around. I guess he was just optimistic nothing bad would happen to him. After that, Steve and Rachel took my side straight away with the divorce. Even though we were only going out for a year, there was still a proper divorce settlement. And because he'd been unfaithful, I was paid a little more than what would be typical. Matt and Katie got in a huge amount of trouble for what happened, and they were both fired. It seems that they've both found it hard to find jobs now, and they're struggling to put food on the table. And do you know how I found all this out? Through Rachel, who I often go to lunch dates with. I'm hoping that I can stay friends with that lovely woman forever.